So I wanted to create a very short video on COSO's principles and points of focus as it relates to the transition template we created. This is where to get your template, avivaspectrum.com/blog. You'll see a download button for the COSO transition cheat sheet or something like that, okay? It'll be a 2-tab Excel spreadsheet. Now, I'm hoping that most of you will also take advantage of an implementation group called COSO Implementation. It's in LinkedIn. It's one of the fastest growing technical groups in LinkedIn, actually. That's the logo, and here's the hyperlink on where you can join that implementation group. And there's other technicians that are talking about how to transition, other templates that they're offering, and then more importantly, some industry best practices that are being shared by group members. Now, the layout of the 17 principles looks like this. The components are the same. It's just kind of now the codification of the different 17 principles are laid out in this way. Now, what I wanted to talk about is, well, if it's 17 principles, what holds up a principle? Imagine going to a bar and you're ready to take a seat at a bar, and then you look at this bar stool. There's 4 legs to it. The principle is the bar stool seat. The legs are your points of focus right here. So as long as you have enough legs to sit on that seat and you feel very comfortable, you're okay. If principle 1 was shown to you or drawn to you this way, and you see, gosh, this leg sets the tone, not too sexy here, this one's also bad, this one, and I only have really this leg to sit on for that bar stool seat, I'm probably going to say I don't map directly to that principle 1, and I probably have a material weakness because I don't meet that principle. Now, our template has the points of focus. There's a first tab. The first step in the transition is it in or out of scope? If you put Y for yes, there's a formula that pre-populates in the next tab over. Yes, it's in scope. If you leave it blank or you forgot, it'll populate and say out of scope. So you have to deal with it in the second tab, which looks like this. And this one covers the different approaches. The approaches are ways that you're going to evaluate those characteristics. That's what points of focus really are. They're key characteristics to a principle. And so you're going to determine, well, gee, am I going to use it, yes or no? And then you're saying, well, how do I know if I'm going to use it? Well, you're going to look at the different ways to cross-reference to the points of focus, because some approaches cover more than one points of focus. Okay, so more than one leg. And you'll see here, item B covers 1 and 2. So you can do more with less. That's how you evaluate that with the template. Now, looking at our template, you'll see, well, I have principle 1, I have this leg, approach A covers both of them. But now I'm going to the examples. You're in volume 4 of the COSO guidance material, and you'll see I've got example 1 that has 3 key controls. And look here, I've got approach C covers 2 more legs, and this one has 2 key controls. So what do I want to do? I probably want to pick the one that gives me the least amount of pain to actually transition. And I apologize for going backwards. And you'll see that the key controls, I'll probably pick example 1, and then I'll pick example 2 here. So your approaches need to eventually, if you say, yes, I'm doing this approach, you need to figure out the results of prior testing, pass or fail, and then the depth of that pass or fail. If you had a fail, was it a control deficiency, significant deficiency, or material weakness? And then multi-location. Does it impact other locations besides corporate office? And then if you're stuck on examples, volume 4 has plenty of examples. We did the homework for you. We are giving you the page number to go to in volume 4 to reference other examples that COSO seems to think is wonderful for you to determine on the approach. Transition lead time. I would give myself 6 months if I'm looking at corporate office, division 1, an operating unit, etc. And then in your transition analysis, when you get deeper into multi-location issues, you're going to have to break out not only the different locations, but also which ones are fully in scope, partially in scope, etc., and do some in-depth analysis of key controls by location that obviously aggregate to your aggregate score of a control deficiency or material weakness. In this case, this is just a quick example or a quick and dirty of how you might look at one location that was fully in scope and then looking at the control number, the prior samples, and then the prior year test results. And in this case, it created a control deficiency for the organization. Now, we do have a control compliance analysis alignment that aligns straight to COSO's new framework. Plus, it covers a lot of these awesome Audit Alert 11 if you haven't done so, in terms of updating your internal control language to what the PCAOB wants, and obviously the auditors are pushing you to do it that way because they get audited by the PCAOB. And also the latest IIA standards and SEC guidance for SOX, etc. We've done that. The intake, in terms of the process for our control compliance analysis, it's our way of giving back. It's about an hour long, and then we do some analysis and benchmarking to your peer group, and also some analysis based on what the regulators would like to see, and then you get a results report. It takes about a week or two to get to you the results, because you get it with me personally, and believe it or not, I am just a little busy. This handsome little devil, Norman Marks, is one of the most influential internal auditors, and he and I had a very in-depth interview about the COSO transition and the opportunities management has. This is his latest book. It was released late last year, and on our YouTube channel you can see parts of the video, as well as going to our Blog Talk Radio, which we have a longer in-depth interview, not only about COSO, but a bunch of other enterprise risk management best practices and issues. It's a healthy dialogue that I had with Norman, and I encourage you guys to follow us on the Blog Talk Radio and see other shows. If you are interested in the control compliance analysis process, please email info@avivaspectrum.com. The subject in your email should say CCA Reservation and request for me, Sonia Luna, to do that. I'd be happy to give you my thoughts about the transition, and I'm hoping that we can connect on LinkedIn. This is my profile. Look me up, Sonia Luna, on LinkedIn, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.